Mr. Paul Rudy is standing by, always doing a fantastic job. He's the grand poobah, the 800-pound gorilla. There he is right there.
I prefer to be referred to as the 800-pound hog.
Okay. All right. Duly noted.
Hi, Mark. You're not on camera yet. Wait. Oh. That's Bird. He's like, he doesn't understand this TV thing at all. Thanks, Mark. Welcome to the 5 p.m. edition of the PrePR. It's brought to you by Bill Howe. Why? Because he knows how. It's a pretty easy game of the week to select when you have two teams in the top 10 from the same county, both with historic backgrounds, both pretty successful over the years. Well, then that's your State Farm game of the week, Oceanside at Mission Hills. I am joined once again by my sidekick, San Diego Strike Force head coach Bert Grossman, who, of course, is one of the leading opinion makers of our time. But we are so fortunate to have yet another member of the PPR family. Carroll's Corner is a big staple to the Picks Report, and it just so happens that John Carroll, who's here to watch his Oceanside Pirates, has been kind enough to join us for a two-parter. This is part one, Coach. John Carroll, everybody, is joining Bert and I. Coach, we cut up some video of a young man who just stopped by the desk, Kavika Tua, who is a pretty darn good football player as a junior here in town, right?
You know, I think as far as juniors go, I don't think there's one better. I think he's outstanding.
Well, we got some video of him. What makes him so good?
You know, it's going to start with those intangibles of being a tough football player that you saw it right there. I mean, he uses every skill that he's got. Number one, he's got a low center of gravity. He's got powerful legs. You got to take him down. He's not going to go down. And he makes plays. He extends plays. He's got good speed. And, everything that we're looking at right there, I'm saying, hey, I take that guy. You know, it's like good things, great things come in small packages. He's a little bit short on the short side. But, man, he can play the game. He's got everything. You want to cut, the stiff arms, the powerful leg drive, just an outstanding football player.
And, watching him, you almost confuse it for Noah watching him. He runs just like him, same kind of player.
They do. They're very similar.
That's a great comparison.
So let me ask you a question, because I think everybody knows you could coach now because the game's changed so much with parents' involvements and rules and everything else. But would you want to coach now?
Oh, the greatest thing about coaching is the connection and the communication with two things. Number one, the kids. You got to love being around the kids, and they got to love being around you, and that's such an incredible bond. And then you got to love your staff. You got to have, a staff is a team within a team, and you got to have a connection with those people. That makes all the negatives worth it, but there are definitely some negatives.
You want to expound on that a little?
From former head coach to who's had a lot of success to a head coach who hasn't had a lot of success. Is there anything you'd like to say to Bert as far as getting his program launched?
It's National Vodka Day, so take it easy. I don't want to go home right now.
Orange juice goes really well with but high school football and pro football are two totally different apples. And high school football are things that I'd like to see. I don't like the lack of loyalty. I don't like seeing kids transfer schools or parents thinking, what's in it for me, what's in it for my kid. I don't like that. Be a neighborhood player, play with your friends, play at the school that you should go to, and be the next great player at that school. The colleges will find you if you're good enough.
That's been proven over and over again.
Over and over again.
All right, can we just skip ahead to the graphic for the State Farm Agent of the Week? Well, because I took a stab at my Duris's name. Can we just go to right after? There he is. Nick, I'm sorry I got your name wrong in the 4:45 hour. That is our featured State Farm agent, Nick Maduris.
Good job, Paul.
Nick will be joining us live in this hour as he has a big presentation at Torrey Pines. Maddie Sinclair will have that story. On behalf of head coach Grossman, on behalf of former head coach Carroll, gentlemen, Coach will be back in the 6 o'clock hour, okay?
Sounds good.
We'll talk about the Spanos game, and we'll talk about the Fair Pay to Play Act.
You mean Crazy California?
Yeah, Crazy California. All right, that's crazy for us right now. Let's send it back to you guys.